The 2019 Alita Battle Angel was better than the original. While people like me might write that statement off as just merely stating the obvious due to how poorly executed the 90s OVAs were, I don't think we should easily forget that Western adaptations of turning anime into live-action films have never turned out well.
Why are you acting this way? You are powerful and amazing people. You don't need to live like this. There's Earth right beneath your feet. The ground is an extension of who you are.
Much like when Disney tried to catch lightning in a bottle twice with Beauty and the Beast, audiences are subjected to a lesser version of the masterpiece they hold so dear. Which is why I never understood why Hollywood insisted on making Ghost in the Shell or Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's okay, M. Night, I forgive you. Glass changes everything. This movie, like no other before it, shows that Hollywood would have a far easier time adapting bad animes like Your Lie in April into a better movie. I mean, could you imagine a live-action version directed by the dude who made Whiplash?
Little trouble there. Let's pick it up at 17. Not quite my tempo. 5, 6, and...
I didn't know they allowed retards into Schaefer. Am I to understand that you cannot read tempo? Can you even fucking read music?
But in order to do that successfully, they would have to follow the footsteps of Alita and examine why its predecessor failed and correct course.
You can't remember.
What do you mean?
Doc found you in the scrapyard. So you must be from up there.
And I'm just an insignificant girl.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think.
I'm not your daughter. I don't know what I am.
I do. You're the most advanced weapon ever. But that's just a shell. It's not bad or good. That part's up to you.
For example, Dr. Ito in the anime was very bland, one note, and out of nowhere super possessive. Whereas in the live-action version, Christoph Waltz plays the fatherly bounty hunter dude so well that I actually feel bad for them when they have their fight instead of laughing hysterically like I did in the anime where he told her to shut the fuck up and just be beautiful.
I didn't give you limbs to do things like this. You don't have to work. All you have to do is be beautiful. If you want money, I can...
This isn't about money. This is something for me.
Or, you know, something like that. I could go on and describe each side character and how much more they were improved upon in the movie, but ultimately it would become redundant since they all benefit from the longer runtime and better acting, which allowed them all to have more clear and defined arcs that gave the climax of the movie all the more weight. However, it must be made clear that even with a star-studded cast of side characters who I love, Alita is still the one who stole the show. From early on when she mistakenly takes a bite out of an orange, peel and all, to later on when she begins to grapple with the possibility that she was just thrown out like trash from the higher society. I was always captivated by her presence and interested in her journey. Ultimately, I was overjoyed to see director Robert Rodriguez finally get a movie this right. After a long career of sheer imagination and creativity, but often far too limited by his skill and budget when it actually came time to doing the special effects. Which is why I thought James Cameron and his mission to give his daughter a stronger female role model to look up to was a godsend for audiences. Rodriguez finally had the tools to fully match his vision. Overall, I thought Alita was way better than the complete misfire and bastardization of the character Major that was Ghost in the Shell. But, thanks to a few moments of the movie where the dialogue and the conversations just didn't feel as natural as they could have been, or where they just didn't feel relevant at all, I don't think it was better than Aquaman. Oh, how I can feel the judging from here.